that. Wonder how heavy that ball was.
I don't care, but maybe I'll take some instructions from him.
I'm sure he's available.
You know, you mentioned about John Handegard having dedication. I think he looks a little bit better on tape than you do with that arm out to the wall.
Well, that's why he's got 10 senior victories. Handegard was 6 in a row. You know, the next time John gets up there, it seems to me that since the first game, he's lowered his push away a little bit and is trying to get the ball into the swing, maybe just a hair earlier. It just looks to me he looks a little different in this game than he did the first game.
You think to get a better roll at the end?
Something. I mean, you know how he's always fiddling. Winger back in the pocket. He was ready for the 10. He really was.
Poor guy, he hasn't been out of the pocket yet, and he's only got a double out of the 6 frames. 42 pins down.
Winger, though, is not out of this match. Handegard cruising along with 6 in a row, and as our usual policy, we forego our commercial break when somebody has a string of strikes going like this. But Handegard hasn't won this game yet because Winger could strike out for 258. Good carry. Nope. Light that time, and he's getting a little frustrated with the bad breaks.
Yeah.
Hard to fault him on that right now. Cross lane at the 7 pin in the 7th frame. Trouble, and he missed it. Well, he missed one last night. For 7. For 7. Oh. Well, our third solid 7 of the night. He leaves a 7 in the 7th.
Mike, I've been here all week.
Have you been leaving these all week, Dick?
Participating in the tournament, and I haven't seen that many solid 7s left all week. It's unbelievable.
Well, it seems it's not the easiest spare to make either, as Evans missed it. So did Winger. Now Handegard gives it a shot.
Oops.
Why so many missed 7 pins, Dick?
Well, when I watched in the qualifying, some of the bowlers left the 4 or the 7, and they'd shoot down the left side, and the ball would fade off to the right, or else hook immediately to the left. So it's best to shoot it across lane like John is doing.
Oh, wow. I'll tell you what, it's a challenging spare. Well, we'll be back to see the completion of this match. Handegard well in hand with a 53-pin lead right now. Don't go away.
Hi, Rich.
Time with the baseball no-hitter and everything. While we were away, Handegard made the 7 pin. I think we saw that. He left a 10 pin in the 8th frame, converted that, and now Winger has left another 10 pin here in the 8th frame, trailing by 52 pins, just trying to finish out the match and get out of the way.
And I hate to say it, Mike, that was the back row, the 7, 8, 9, and 10 for Ron Winger.
He's had them all, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
It's, well, we all know that the sport of bowling, that sometimes those things happen, and when they pop up and happen in a key situation, it's hard to take.
Ron Winger, 112,000 career earnings in the senior tour.
And he just pulled the finger hole right out of the ball. You see that? His grip came right out. He says, what else can happen? He asked the tournament director, and he's allowed to get it as he picks up that grip. You know, we always talk about pulling the finger holes right out of the ball, and he literally did it.
And he picked up the finger grip and tucked it in underneath his shirt.
Handegard trying to keep the stroke for the next match, because that one will be for the title. Well, right there. He's a machine. He just keeps throwing every ball in the pocket.
What's his finger roll?
Handegard, we mentioned earlier that he might have made an adjustment. Look at where the push-away is in the first match. Up
there you
there,
go, Mike.
Near that E.
Right, chest high. Now it's low. Now it's lowering.
Just a couple inches, but it seems to have made a difference. Because he's throwing nothing but strikes.
I believe that cuts down on the speed, Mike, and lets you get a little more back-end action when he does that.
So, in other words, you figure maybe the backswing's a hair shorter then, too, or just...
Possibly a hair shorter, right.
He doesn't have a big backswing as it is, but, boy, he's a master at little adjustments like that, at finding the right weight. You know, he experiments with weights all the time, and as far as side weight and everything, all those Greek terms. And
that's what he does in his practice routines.
Well, leaves the 2-8. First errant shot of this game, but he's going to finish with 256. He can convert this spare. He's going to move on for our championship match. At the 2-8, practicing spares all the time because he may need to make this in the title match, and he has no trouble with it. So John Handegard rolling right along. Winger says nice game. He's going to finish third and take home $6,500. Not a bad payday, but he was looking at something bigger.
Yes, he was. $16,000 first place prize is what he's looking at.
Plus a trip to the Brunswick World Tournament of Champions. Well, now it carries when it doesn't matter. Final score, 256 to 216. John Handegard's the winner. Our next match, it's for the title. It's Avery LeBanc, the Raging Cajun, taking on